This morning we have two very different stories, yet have a common thread. From Genesis we hear the story of Jacob in the dark of night, wrestling till exhausted, and as the sun begins to rise we hear the turn of the story. Jacob demands a blessing from his opponent that all might be well as they part ways. He also asks the name, at first denied, then revealed. He has wrestled through the night with God. He has seen the face of God and lived. In Hebraic tradition, this was thought not to be possible, yet has taken place. Jacob is renamed Israel, blessed and sent on his way with a minor injury to his leg. In our gospel reading from Matthew, Jesus is seeking to be alone and away from the crowds that had gathered. He has just received the news that John has been killed, beheaded, and has been laid to rest. He left by boat, yet the crowds followed him. He went ashore, offered healing and care. The throng of people remained. The disciples suggest that people be sent to neighboring towns to gather food and drink, as they had but 5 loaves and a couple of fishes amongst them. Evening was drawing close. Over 5,000 had gathered. Jesus takes the meager baskets, offers a blessing, and all is shared. The story tells us that after all were fed, 12 baskets were left. In both of these biblical narratives, we see the face of God up close, active in the world, wrestling down whatever challenges have been placed before the characters of the story. It is also laid clear that in sharing, we will find all of the abundance that we seek. Like the magic penny from the children's song, love and abundance when given away, when shared, becomes much more than it was. Love is something, if you give it away, you end up having more. As we journey our daily trek and in our past experiences, I suspect we have all had moments. Moments like Jacob, moments when we discovered that we were wrestling God because we were unhappy with the turn of events. We were frustrated in our lack of understanding as to the why a particular challenging or tragic event needed to be dumped in our lap. God can be elusive with the why. And those who were in the boat with him, they saw before them thousands of hungry people and no solution. How are we going to feed all these people? They will take what we have, and still most will go hungry. I suspect we have all had similar moments, moments when we believed we did not have enough for ourselves or our families, yet were called to give up what we had for others. It is in the sharing that we discover abundance. It is in the taking a little bit less for ourselves so that others may eat that we discover abundance. In that joyous moment of self-discipline for the sake of another, we discover the abundance that surrounds us, that we had not seen or acknowledged. There is room and food enough for all. Jesus tells us this. Jesus shows us this. For this is what we are called to live into. This is the Christian path. This is the only sustainable path for all. Food for all, shelter for all, respect and voice for all. Amen.